In this video, we discuss how to solve linear equations. A key idea in solving linear equations is to do the opposite of what we see. So we're going to try to isolate the variable, and to do that, we do the opposite of the operations that are in the equation. So, for example, 4x minus 20 equals negative 8. We want to isolate x. We want to find all the numbers that we can put in for x that will make the equation true. So we need to get rid of the negative 20 and the 4, and we do that by doing the opposite. So if I have minus 20, I'm going to add 20 to both sides. So we add 20 to both sides, giving us a 12. And then we have 4 times x, so the opposite of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4, giving us x equals 3. It's very important that you check your answers. So to do that, we think the answer is 3, but to double check, we'll go back to the original equation and we'll put 3 in for x. And then we'll look to see if the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. So if I put a 3 there and do PEMDAS on the left, that'll be 12 minus 20. That'll be negative 8 on the left. Sure enough, negative 8 equals negative 8. We have our solution. So the answer is x equals 3. Four minus 2x equals 10. You can't subtract the 2 from the 4. That's because the negative 2 is multiplying the x. So we do want to isolate x. We want to get rid of the 4 and the negative 2, but we have to do things in the correct order here. So because the minus 2 is multiplying x, we have to move the 4 first. So I'm going to subtract the 4 from both sides, giving us negative 2x equals 6. And then if we have x times a negative 2, then we can divide both sides. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we divide both sides by negative 2, leaving us negative 3. And of course we can check our answer, and we should. We replace x with negative 3, and we check to see if this is correct. So 4 minus negative 6, that's 4 plus 6, that's 10. 10 equals 10. That's the correct answer. X equals negative 3. Five x plus 3 equals 7x minus 13. So the first thing we'll do is get all of the x's on one side. So I'm going to move the 5x to the right. Typically it's easier if you move the smaller coefficient to the other side. So 5 is less than 7, so I'll subtract the 5x and move the x over to the right. So we have 3 equals 2x minus 13. Then we do the opposite of subtracting 13. We add 13. So we add 13, we add 13. That gives us 16 equals 2x. Finishing up over here. If I have 2 times x, the opposite of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2. So I divide both sides by 2, and we have our answer. Of course, we'll check, is x equal to 8? Well, we come back to the original equation, and in place of x, we're going to write 8. And we'll check to see if that works. So using PEMDAS on the left, we have 40 plus 3, that's 43. Using PEMDAS on the right, we have 56 minus 13. That is also 43. So we have 43 equaling 43. We have checked out our answer here. It is 8. 12 minus x equals 7. So we'll move the 12 over by doing the opposite. So subtract 12, so that gives us negative x equals negative 5. So then we can either divide both sides by negative 1 or multiply by negative 1. They both work, giving us x equals 5. So we go back to the original equation, and we put in a 5. Does it check out? Well, 12 minus 5 is 7. 7 equals 7. We have the right answer. X is 5. Sometimes our equations will have parentheses, so we want to break up those parentheses early on. Then we'll bring all of the variables to one side. So 2 is less than 3, so it'll often be easier if we move, in this case it'll be easier if we move the 2x to the left, so that'll give us x plus 1 equals negative 8. We subtract the 1, again doing the opposite. If it's x plus 1, we go we subtract a 1. So that'll be x equals negative 9. And then to check, we go back to the original equation. We put in a negative 9 and a negative 9. We do PEMDAS on the left. That's negative 27 plus 1. That's negative 26. We do PEMDAS on the right. So inside the parentheses there, we have negative 9 minus 4. That's going to be negative 13. 2 times negative 13 is negative 26. So they're equal, which means x equals negative 9 is the correct answer.